So today's topic is one of that almost every seafarer must know is the NRI taxation and income tax return filing. While many of us spends month at sea, mastering the ship operation taxation often remains as a confusing subject for us. Just to simplify this topic, we are delighted to have CA Jaya Mittal, founder of Tax Harbour, alongside Mr. Sharad Mittal, sir, our proud DMET and a co-founder of Tax Harbour. So, ma'am, before starting the presentation and all, I have few questions regarding the taxation only. Ma'am,
Yes.
before we dive into the technical aspect, can you briefly tell us about what inspired you and Mr. Sharat Mittal, sir, to start Tax Harbor specifically for Seafarer and NRIs?
So first of all, Sharad was also supposed to join this meeting, but he's currently on ship and he has some urgent work, so he would not be able to join. Okay, so I will be the only speaker. And yeah, what inspired Tax Harbor? Since as you know, he is in Merchant Navy, so uh, we have seen very closely what taxation and compliance challenges faced by seafarers. Okay, so that's how we form this tax harbor to make them able to be tax compliant while sailing. Okay, so that's the core foundation which have which has inspired us to start this tax harbor.
Ma'am, what is the biggest misconception that Indian seafarers have regarding income taxation and NRI status?
I would not say biggest misconception, but yeah, there are. I know. Again, the tax payment is always hard to pay, but what seafarers do if they are completing their NRI days, they are filing the ITR, and if their NRI days are not completed, they are not filing the NRI and filing the ITR. So the case should be vice versa. Okay, if you are not completing your NRI days, you must file your ITR. I know there will be some tax liability, but you should file your ITR. And one most of the seafarers asked me that for filing their ITR, they should be NRIs. They should maintain their NRI status for past 3 to 4 years. So I would like to clarify once again that it is not the case. Okay, it's not like that. If you are suppose if you are planning to file your ITR for this year, financial year 25-26, so there is no such compulsion that you have to be NRI for last 3 4 years. It's not like that. Income tax department will not go through your past records just because you are filing ITR for your current year. Okay, so these two things I would like to clarify. This is the most common doubt of every seafarer. Almost all the seafarers have asked me this question, so it is not like that. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. And what is the common mistake that you notice while reviewing their tax returns?
Common mistake for NRI seafarers in ITR there is. So this is the one of the topic in my PPT. So if you say, we can cover it later on also.
Ma'am, we will cover it later. It will be better
Just
description. Mein
give
bata
me a
sakte.
second. I'll put the charger of my laptop.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sure.
Ma'am, before starting the presentation, if there is one piece of advice you want to share with the seafarer right now regarding the tax.
Regarding the tax, I think I can conclude it in at the end of the session after explaining all the point. It would be more relatable. Am I audible, Kush?
ये तो यूज कर ही रहा था अभी वो जाती थी सब लोग जाती थे डिस्कस करने
Kush, am I audible? So I think Kush is on another call. So we are starting the presentation. I'm sharing my screen.
Yes, ma'am, we can start with.
Yes. So wait a second. So as you know, today's main topic would be ITR filing for seafarers. Okay. So why this matter? Why we are conducting this webinar? Because as you know, ITR filing is my screen visible? I'm continuing. Can anybody confirm?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Visible.
Okay, okay. So important of today's webinar is since the ITR season is going on, last date of ITR filing is 31st July. Okay, so everybody who are supposing to file their ITR should gather their documents to to able to file the ITR. Okay, so and in case of seafarers, it is also at most important because you guys are about to join the ship, so it is difficult to collate all the documents in required details. So it is better that uh, if you are about to join the ship, you do this ITR work before joining the ship. Okay, so with this we are starting. So now the question is who must file their ITR. Okay, so I have divided it into resident category and non-resident category. So and and for seafarers it is keeps changing because in many of the financial year you are not able to complete your NRI days, different provision apply, and if you are completing your NRI days, then there are some different provision apply. So if you are not completing your NRI days, so your status will be resident, and you need to file your ITR mandatorily even if your income is below the basic exemption limit. So what is the basic exemption limit? Basic exemption limit is your, if your income is up to rupees 4 lakh, you are not required to file your ITR. Okay, but there are certain cases where you have to file your ITR even if your income is below the basic exemption limit. So the cases are if you are holding any foreign asset or any signing authority in your foreign account. If you have any foreign account or foreign assets like any foreign company share for that matter, so you need to file your ITR. And you are a beneficiary of any foreign asset or foreign bank account, then also you need to file your ITR. And third point is not practically applicable for your case. If you have any current account and there is deposit of rupees 1 crore or more, then you need to file your ITR. But practically this point is not applicable for the salaried class of person. Okay, and if you are expending 2 lakh plus on your foreign travel, then also you need to file your ITR. And this is also if your electricity expenses are 1 lakh rupees more than 1 lakh rupees, then also you need to file your ITR. Okay, so these points are applicable for residents, not for NRIs. Okay, and for NRIs, if you are completing your NRI days, your sailing income will be exempt, but you have Indian income more than the basic exemption limit, that is more than rupees 4 lakh, then you need to file your ITR. Okay, irrespective of the fact that you are completing your NRI days. And then there are certain cases which applicable for both resident and non-resident. So income is greater than exemption limit, this is I have already covered. Again, the next 2 points are not applicable for you, but I'll just quickly go through. If your business turnover is more than rupees 60 lakh, then you need to file your ITR. If your professional receipts is more than rupees 10 lakh, then also you need to file your ITR. And the fourth point is important. If your TDS deduction and TCS collection is great, is more than rupees 25,000, then you need to file your ITR. There might be a cases that you have purchased your car, and in that case, if your TCS collection is more than 25,000, and if you are maintaining your NRI days and you don't have Indian income more than rupees 4 lakh, then also you need to file your ITR. Okay, and this limit is 50,000 for senior citizens. Senior citizens are 60 plus of age. Okay, as for the income tax act. And last point is also not practically so much of importance, but in if you're in saving account there is a deposit of rupees more than 50 lakhs, then also you need to file your ITR. Okay, so commonly it is understood that if your income is below the basic exemption limit, you are not required to file the ITR. So this is not the case. These are the certain conditions where you might need to file your ITR. Okay, so this is all about who are required to file the ITR. Okay, and next, what is the NRI status? This is also again most common query of all the seafarers. So your NRI status, commonly most popularly known as 182 days rule. Okay, so I will explain this. So what is 182 days rule? It is regarding your residential status. Okay, so if you are leaving India for the purpose of employment, that is, you are about to join the ship or going for any company arranged webinar or seminar, etc., it will be counted as employment outside India. So if you are traveling outside India for your employment and for the purpose of employment, then that that period will be counted as outside India. Okay. Okay, noted, Kush. I have read your message. Okay. So, you can do the calculation either ways, but I always prefer to do the calculation as written in the law to avoid the confusion. So either you can calculate that your stay in India is less than 182 days. That is, for to qualify your residential status, you need to spend in India 181 days or less. Or alternatively, we can say that you need to be out of India for 184 days in a financial year. These days will be 185 in a leap year. Okay, so what time spent outside India will be counted for this 182 days rule is the ship if you are on board, that is undisputedly counted. And there are some other cases which can be covered if you are going for some company arranged seminar meetings or pre-joining briefing, etc., any mandatory training or any travel to join your ship, that period will also count. Okay, but if you are going for any personal reason like any family visit, medical, tourist or vacations, etc., that period will not be count. Okay, so this is the case. And one more thing, as per the recent ITET ruling, I'm not able to recall the name right now, but we have shared this article on our website. The day you have entered into India will be counted as outside India. Okay, so if you are joining ship on, so if you are leaving India on 1st April, your flight is on 1st April to join the ship, and you are returning after completion of your ship, say on 30th October. So the 1st April it will be counted in India, and 30th October will be counted as outside India. Okay, so the day you arrived India after completing your NRI time outside India will be counted in India. Okay, and so this is all about 182 days rule. I'm quickly explaining the slides one by one, and then we will take the Q&A session at the end. Okay, and now the next question is your foreign salary taxable in India? It is completely depend on your residential status. Okay, if you are qualifying your NRI time, it is exempt. If you are not qualifying your NRI time, it is completely taxable, irrespective of the fact that it is earned outside India and you have received in NRE account. Okay, if you are not completing your NRI days, it is strongly recommend that please pay the correct amount of tax and file the income tax return. Okay, since many I have seen in many cases that many seafarers have short of say 1 week or 2 week. So instead of paying taxes, they simply skip the ITR. So the risk is always there, the risk is yours, but I will strongly recommend that always compliant. Okay, even if there is some tax liability that you need to pay. So the case is simple. Either you complete your NRI days, and if you are not completing your NRI days, make sure you are fully tax compliant. Okay. Now then, there are some common tax filing mistakes which we are seeing. Okay, in many of the cases, so when we receive a seafarer ITR, suppose we have received a new ITR, new seafarer client for ITR for financial year 25-26. So we always go through his income tax portal. If there are there any communication from the department, are there any notices or any outstanding demand, and we also go through his last year ITR file also. Okay, so in those ITRs, these are the common mistakes which we have seen. So I have collated some points. There is one jurisdictional column in ITR form which you need to fill if you are completing your NRI days. So there is one. Since you are seafarers and your working conditions are unique, you are not a resident of any country. Okay, if you are completing your NRI days, so there is one column, there is one option in drop down menu of the jurisdiction that not a resident of any country. So instead of that, many seafarers have chosen some other option, or they have chosen the country in which their parent company is registered. Okay, so you have to choose not resident of any country, and in tax identification number you need to fill your latest passport number, and instead of that many seafarers mention their PAN number also. Okay, so this need to be taken care. And in many cases, as per the current provisions, if you are completing your NRI days, then you need to file ITR 2 instead of ITR 1. So in many cases we have seen that ITR form is also incorrect. Many seafarers have filing ITR 1 instead, despite of the fact that they are completing their NRI days. So this is also need to be taken care. Okay, and there are some outdated communication detail also in your ITR. So always I will strongly recommend that you go through your income tax portal, check your mobile number and email ID whether it is belong to you or no. In many cases outdated communications are there. Most probably the mobile number and email ID of the person who might have filed their ITR. So I'll share one instance on this outdated communication details. So currently we are handling one case of he is very senior chief engineer. So in his case, the communication detail was of some person who has filed his ITR in, I guess, financial year 2011 and 12. After that he never checked his communication detail. He was busy with his selling and all that. And so he came to us for filing the ITR of 25-26. So as a normal practice, we have gone through his income tax portal, and there were nine demand of rupees 9 crore pending. So we checked, the communication detail was not of his, so there were scrutiny for 2 financial year. So since no response was received from this chief engineer, the department has passed the ex parte orders. Okay, so there may be some very serious consequences of outdated communication detail. Okay, and yeah, fourth point is also very common: incomplete reporting of income and expenses. In many cases, we have seen the while filing the ITR, the AIS data is not fully matched. So there might be some query from the department. So these are four most common mistakes we have seen in ITR filing of seafarers. Okay, so please take care of these. And this is the checklist of you must maintain every year for regarding your ITR. You This is very common: salary slip and your contract, CDC, passport, travel records, bank statements, form 16 in case your company is Indian and your NRI days are not completed, interest certificates, FD advices, supporting documents for high value transactions. Why I'm saying this? Because you don't need this document just for ITR filing purpose. Okay, in case any query or any scrutiny come, we need these documents to make the submission in front of the department. So in many cases, I have seen that some seafarers say that they don't have their salary slips and they don't have their contract. Please don't do that. Maintain a proper folder of all the required documents. It is for your good only. Okay. And supporting documents for high value transaction is, suppose if you are selling or buying any property, there will be some high value transaction in your bank, so it is better to maintain some supporting documents. And one very good practice I always recommend, that you take the excel sheet of your bank statement, monthly, quarterly, whatever frequency suits you. Just write down the small remark of significant entries or every entry, whatever you want, just to refer after some time. Because uh, when any scrutiny come, if in case your ITR is selected for scrutiny, or at the time of ITR filing, we may ask some question. So make it a good practice to write down the remark for your bank statement. I always recommend this. Okay. So there are some changes. There are, honestly, there are not much changes in ITR form which are relevant to seafarers. There are some, you can additionally add your, you can additionally mention one mobile number and email ID in your ITR filing as a secondary communication detail. Earlier there were only one mobile number and email ID allowed. And same for address also, you can mention your secondary address also. And ITR1, in ITR1 and ITR4, now you can report house property income from two properties. Earlier it was allowed only for from one property. If you have more than one property, then you need to file ITR2 and ITR2 or ITR3, as the case may be. In ITR3 there is in ITR3, so yes, apart from the normal shares and mutual fund transactions, some many people are doing nowadays F&O trading and this speculation trading called intraday trading also. So to tackle all this, there is one dedicated column now to report your F&O turnover and income and speculation turnover and income. Earlier there was no such dedicated option, so we used to mention it in some other column. Okay, so now there is this dedicated column for this. And in ITR4, this is I would skip this because this is not much of relevance for the seafarers. So there are not some fundamental, there are not any fundamental changes in ITR form. These are some cosmetic changes. Okay. So yes, this was all. This is all. So some key takeaways for you. Filing is. I have discussed some cases where filing is mandatory, even if your NRI days complete or your income is below the exemption limit. In case of seafarers, the only cornerstone for your taxation is your residential status. Okay, so please try to fulfill your NRI days, and in case you are not fulfilling that, please pay your taxes and file the ITR on time. Maintain proper documentation. It is of very much of importance. And fourth point, I'm coming and so fourth point, I would quickly cover. Kush, can I explain it in 5-10 minutes? Then we can discuss the Q&A. Is it okay? Hello. So, okay, I will quickly address this. So, for financial year 24-25, so this is the financial year, last financial year. Okay. So, for financial year 24-25, the department has started issuing scrutiny notices. Okay. So, the department have to issue scrutiny notices by 30th June. Okay. So many of you might have received scrutiny notice for financial year 24-25, because the last date to issue scrutiny notice is 30th June. So many of you might have received, and many of you might not have received and will not also receive. So keep checking your updated email address and mobile number. And then there is one dedicated column on your income tax portal. In pending section, there is one e-proceeding. So go through and check if there are any communication from the department. So for scrutiny notices, if if you have received any scrutiny notice, first of all, you do not need to panic. It is a common practice by the department every year, so there is nothing to worry about just because you have received a scrutiny notice. Okay, if your case is genuine, your transactions are all clear, your NRI days are completed, you do not need to pay taxes. So there is nothing to be panic about. But yes, at the same time, you need to take this scrutiny notice very seriously. Once any communication, any scrutiny notice is issued by the department, it should be dealt in a very proper manner. Okay, so there are some do's and don'ts. So first of all, do not skip any notice. In many cases, many seafarers do not even bother to reply to these notices. So in that case, the department may pass ex parte order, which is the case I have explained earlier in case of one of the client. Okay, so do not skip any reply. And one more thing that I have seen in many cases, that the reply to the scrutiny notice are filed in very casual manner. Okay, so do not do that. If you have received any scrutiny notice and you are planning to reply at your own, you can completely do that. There is no bar that you need to take some professional help or you cannot file your own. Definitely you can, but just make sure that the applicable provision in your case you are aware about. Okay, so this is the case. And if you are not sure that you can handle on your own, please seek some professional advice to close the matter, because there is no point in messing up with your scrutiny case at AO level. I have seen many cases where the scrutiny case is messed up at AO level and we have to fight at next level, that is CIT appeal. So in my experience, most of the cases are genuine, so which could have been completed in at AO level only, but the reply was not filed properly, we have to unnecessarily taken it to CIT appeal. Okay, so do not do this mistake. Either you, if you are confident in enough, then comply at your own. If you are not confident enough, then take some professional help. Okay, because if a scrutiny notice is issued there, and you need to explain the department why the tax was not payable, why you have filed your ITR in a certain way. You need to attach some supporting documents, and also you need to mention that how it is relatable to your case. Okay, so this is all about the today's webinar. So we can quickly take Q&A session. Kush?
Ma'am, till now we received three questions.
Yes.
So the first one was, ma'am, it is advisable to file ITR or mandatory for seafarers as we earn tax-free income.
Can you repeat? I'm not able to.
Ma'am, question is like, is it is advisable to file ITR or mandatory for seafarer as we earn tax-free income?
See, ITR filing is always advisable that you do file your ITR. Either you are completing your NRI days or not completing your NRI days. In case you are not completing your NRI days, then it is mandatory to file your ITR if your income is more than basic exemption limit. Okay, and if you are completing your NRI days, so some seafarers say that it is when it is not legally required, then why we need to file the ITR? We can skip that. You can definitely skip that, but there is no harm in filing your ITR. There are no cons of filing your ITR, but if you are filing your ITR, it will help in as a supporting document in at many places. Like if you are applying for visa, loan, etc., then uh, it will work as a support, one of the supporting document. And at the same time, the department will also have information that, yeah, okay, so this person is filing his ITR as a NRI, so that before issuing any notice, before raising any query, the department at least have some uh, kind of information that, okay, you are an NRI. Okay, so it is always advisable to file your ITR whether you are completing your NRI days or not. Okay.
Ma'am, another question is like it's a doubt. Departure date is counted in India. Arrival date is counted outside India.
Sorry, Kush, can you repeat? I'm so sorry. I'm asking you to.
Ma'am, there is one doubt by Captain Bhupender Singh. Like
Yes.
departure date is counted in India, and arrival date is counted outside the India.
Yes.
So
Yeah. So I have covered this already, right? But okay, I'll repeat. So how to calculate your NRI days? Okay. So there is one calculator available at income tax portal, which if you go through that, it counts the date of departure and date of arrival both as in India. Okay, which is not correct. As per the law and as per the recent ITET ruling, the day you depart from India will be counted as day in India, and the day you arrive in India will be counted as day outside India. Okay, so if you are leaving India on 1st April and you are coming to India on 30th October, 1st April will be counted as day in India, and 30th October will be counted as a day outside India. Okay.
yes, ma'am. So ma'am, next question is like, is it true that if we completed NRI status for continuous 5 years, then we get relaxation for 1 year?
No, it is not 5 years. So this is the doubt regarding your RNOR status. Okay, so what is RNOR status? RNOR status is if you are NRI in your last uh, in last 10 years. If you are NRI for 9 years, then for okay, I'm take this very by referring financial year. So for financial year 25-26, if you are NRI for 9 years out of last 10 years, then you can qualify as a RNOR status. There is one condition, one more condition of if you are in India for less than 729 days or something in last 7 years, then also, but that condition is not possible. Okay, every seafarer sail for only generally sail for only 6 months, so that condition is not practically possible. So if you are NRI for 9 years out of 10 past years, then only you are qualified for RNOR status. So if you are qualifying for RNOR status, your foreign income will be exempt. So it is not 5 years; it is 10 years.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, next question is, ma'am, in ITR 2, salary we need to mention as an NRE is tax free. Can we file 1 to 1 as we NRE? How to stop TDS on NRO account?
Uh, this query is not clear.
Yes, ma'am. This query is
So
actually not clear.
okay, I'll try to address this. So yeah, this is the major change from this year onwards. So I'll take your 5 minute, I'll explain this. So your sailing income is not covered as per the income tax act definition of income if you are qualifying your NRI days. Okay, so if you are qualifying your NRI days, your selling income will be counted as earned and accrued outside India. This is not covered in the definition of income as per the income tax act. So the further question of its being taxability and exemption is not arise. So in case you are qualifying your NRI days, you do not legally need to disclose your selling income in your ITR. So many people do that despite of the fact that it is legally not required. Till the last year there is one other exempt income column in your schedule of exempt income. So many people report their selling income, and on the basis of that the department is issuing scrutiny notices. Okay, we have received n number of scrutiny notices for financial year 23 on the basis of this, that seafarers have report their exempt salary selling income in the exempt column. And for financial year 24-25 also the department is doing the same. The department is issuing the scrutiny notices for the seafarers who have report large amount of exempt income in the exempt income schedule. So when it is legally not required to report, why to report? This is inviting the scrutiny notices. Okay. And so anyway, this was the case till the last year. From this year onwards, financial year 25-26 onward, the other option is removed. So practically there is no column left to report your selling income in the ITR. Okay. And it is legally not required also in if you are completing your NRIDs.
Yes, ma'am. So, ma'am, the next question is during the 2 year RNOR
Excuse me,
period.
ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, there is a form 121. Can we file that? Means,
For the purpose of
ma'am, if we have any savings account in India,
NRO, you cannot have saving account, you can have NRO account.
and ma'am, how to stop this TDS on NRO account? I have seen that it is continuously means tax is getting debited for NRO account.
Okay, so so since your status is updated in bank as NRI, so they are deducting this 30% of TDS on your interest income.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
interest income on your NRO saving account and NRO FDs. So yes, you can fill this form to inform them that you are not required to pay any taxes and your income is below the exemption limit. You can do that, but I would suggest, why to do that? Let them deduct the TDS and you can take the refund while filing your ITR. Okay.
Ma'am, had a doubt. Can I go ahead?
Yes, please.
Ma'am, these so-called gift city accounts, now like the government is saying NRI should invest there and get funds over there. Are these accounts outside the purview of the Indian income tax department, or they are still controlled by, the income tax department if income is there?
It again, it depends on your residential status. If your residential status is NRI, then any income from these accounts will not be counted as your taxable income. If your NRI days is not completed, then all the global income is taxable.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Yes. So it depends on your residential status.
Noted.
Yes. Kush, are there any other doubts or
Yes,
anything
ma'am.
you can ask?
Ma'am, does FD income from NRE account is non-taxable?
FD income from NRE account, again, it depends on your residential status. If your residential status is NRI, then it is non-taxable. If your residential status is resident, then it is taxable. And one more thing I would like to clarify, it is more technical, but let me address this. Your NRE interest is exempt if your NRI status uh, uh, for NRE FD, as per this section 10 subsection 4, your NRE FD interest is exempt on the basis of your residential status as per FEMA. So as per FEMA, your residential status definition is different, and as per income tax, your residential status definition is different. Okay. So if we talk about this financial year 25-26, if your NRI days are complete, then it is exempt. Okay. And even if your NRI days are not complete in 25-26, you haven't sailed for 6 months, then also in some cases you might qualify for the exemption of this interest income or your NRE FD or NRE saving. We have to check it on case to case basis. Okay. So it doesn't mean, to summarize this, it doesn't mean if your NRI days are not completed, not necessarily that your NRE FD and NRE saving interest will be taxable only. We have to check it on case to case basis. You might be qualified for exemption even if your NRI days are not completed.
Ma'am, had another doubt. Can I go ahead?
Yes.
Since you mentioned FEMA,
Yes.
FEMA doesn't allow NRIs to purchase agricultural land in India.
Yes.
But does the same thing apply for seafarers also? Because we actually have just a status and not actual NRIs. So
How come you are not actual NRI? In
Ma'am,
your case, it is more difficult. If even if you are not completing your NRI days for that
mhm.
year also, as per the FEMA definition, since you are intended to go outside India, so almost for every year you will be treated as NRI as per the FEMA definition.
Okay, okay, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay, something related to that. Like I wanted to buy an agricultural land, but I cannot buy because of FEMA rules. Now,
Hmm.
if I buy it through my wife's this thing account, but my wife is a non-earning member of the family, and if I am giving her that PIN monthly expenses and she is saving something in her account, can she use that PIN money to purchase agricultural land?
Yes, she can definitely do that. There is no bar in that.
Okay, but I cannot transfer at one go to her account and then she purchases the land. That would not be allowed.
See, this is a subject matter of litigation. You can also do that. You can transfer the amount as a gift. Okay, you
Mhm.
can execute a gift deed that you are relinquish all the rights for whatever amount you are
Okay,
transferring. It is not repayable, and then she is free to do whatever she want to do. But if any query come, which generally don't come, I haven't seen any practical query. But if any query come, then yeah, it is a subject matter of litigation. You
okay,
have to
okay, ma'am.
argue that.
Understood. Thank you
Yes.
so much.
Are there any further question?
Hi, good afternoon.
Yes, good.
I saw your slide and I totally understand that NRE status 182-day rule, but I still have one more. Maybe I'm still confused about it.
Yes,
Seafarers, I mean, people who go for their exams outside India. We could
yes.
go to UK, Singapore, Australia, wherever it is, New Zealand. Our period outside India would be around like 3 months to 6 months, depending on our progress with the examination. Would this be considered on any grounds for NRE status?
If it is related to your employment, then it can be considered, and if it is not related to your employment, then it cannot be considered. So these are so as I discussed earlier, if you are going on board, then it is undisputedly covered. All the other cases, you have to maintain the proper records. In case any query come, then this is all it depends all on your documentation. Okay, so if you can prove that it is related to your employment, then yeah, that period can be covered, otherwise it cannot be covered.
Yes, I understand, but again, the confusion is still around this because we, like, as per your slides, I understand we are not going for any tourist conditions or any medical conditions or to visit family members. It is only related to our developments. I mean, we go there to procure our exams, and it is all associated with our seafaring industry. So, on that context, will there, I mean, is there, as per the law, is there any limitations or any exceptions that we can get into this NRE status on this days as accountant?
Okay, so I will take 2 3 cases, okay, on this. First case might be that your company with which you are selling, the company itself is organizing any course or say seminar or something that you need to attend. Okay, I'm taking the hypothetical cases. Okay, so that say your company is organizing any seminar, say for 2 weeks or 3 weeks or a 1 month course or something that you need to attend, then it will definitely can be counted because all the conditions are in your favor. Okay, that your company itself is conducting. Okay, that you need to attend, so that case is covered. And secondly, if you are taking some other course from some other organization other than your company to enhance your skills, to help you to help you to perform well on board, that case would can also be covered because it is not explicitly mentioned in the law that this should be come from your company only. You can go other way also, but all I'm saying is that you need to prove to the department that it is related to your employment, and that you can do that you can argue that the course you have taken is related to your employment only, even if it is not mandatorily required, but it is enhancing your skills. Okay, so you can do that, but you need to argue. It is not explicitly excluded and it is not explicitly included also. So these all the areas are always open for the litigation purpose. And if you are and your question was regarding some exams, so yes. So if you are asking me about there are if there are some examination where you need to be physically present, so the case may be that for the preparation of the exam you can stay in India. Like if the preparation is taking 2-3 months to appear in the exam, then you cannot argue that you were staying there and studying for the exam, because department may ask that you can study from your home also. So if you can again, why I'm saying this, that you need to make all these things that yeah, it is necessary. So if there are if there is some mandatory classes which you need to take outside India, then you can stay. Otherwise the department may ask that why you were staying outside India for the preparation. Okay, so in all the cases other than selling, you need to you need to substantiate your case with the supporting documents. Okay.
Yes, understood. Thanks for your answers. Yeah,
Yes,
more or less it's clarified.
and if you have any case specific query, then I can explain. But in general, other than selling, you need your documentation strong. But if you
Uh,
have any practical case which need to be answered, then I can discuss later on also. If
yeah,
you,
yeah, fine. For the moment, this answer is well clarified. So if there is something, I'll reach out to you directly.
yeah, sure, sure, sure.
Thank you.
Kush, any other questions left?
Ma'am, as of now, the last question is during the 2-year RNOR period following the completion of 10 years as an NRI, the interest earned on NRE account is taxable.
For your RNOR status, say for financial year 25-26, for financial year 25-26 you can claim the exemption on the basis of your NRI days for financial year 24-25. But for second year it would be taxable only, because you will not be qualify as an NRI for as per FEMA definition.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Thank you for the clarification. I just wanted a little bit brief clarification on this. What I understand is, as per the rule, basically we require 9 years of continuous NRI tenure to to be eligible for RNOR in the 10th year. But
Yes,
suppose if a seafarer has completed 10 years as an NRI,
for the 11th year.
but even suppose if we go for the 12th year, it will still have that 9 year stretch NRI period, and 1 year was RNOR status. So for the
Yes,
second year also, he can file under RNOR status.
yes.
So even for the second year, when he is filing under RNOR status, the NRE accounts FD interest or the saving account interest, will it be taxable?
Yeah, it will be taxable. That's what I have mentioned.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Yes. Are there any other doubts, Push?
Yes, good afternoon, ma'am.
Hi,
I am
good
a
afternoon.
seafarer and I have some freelance income. I have been working for a IT company in US also. So I've earned a
Okay,
USD which I got remitted to my NRE account as well
okay,
as this seafaring income. So which
okay.
ITR form should I be filling?
You can fill ITR 2 uh, uh, if you are reporting your freelancing income as normal business income, then you can fill ITR. For your case, ITR form will be either ITR 3 or ITR 4. You are not qualified for
Okay,
ITR 2. And there are some
Okay,
other compliance you need to be taken care of. If you are giving any services outside India, it will be counted as export of service, and in case of export of service, you need to take GST registration. If you're freelancing, I don't know if as per the agreement, if your freelancing work is counting as salary, then you do not need to. But if you're freelancing as a business model, then you must also take the GST registration as well.
Okay, GST registration. I have this HUF income and GST registration, but that company primarily works in India. This freelancing was like my personal, and it is just like a salary credit to my own NRE account. So I would be clubbing the freelancing job as my personal income, not as business income.
Are you trying to say that you would report it as salary income instead of professional income, right?
Yes, as salary income. Yes, correct.
Okay, so
And also this till this year I was reporting all of my income as exempt income under this IT. So I think probably I would not even need to report this income because this section is altogether gone this time.
yes, yes. But read your contract carefully, okay? If it is salary income, then it's okay. Otherwise, you need to file ITR of a business income.
Okay, okay, okay. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Yes, yes. Any other doubt?
Ma'am, any chances in future 182 days law may increase or reduce by Indian government?
As of now, there are no such chances, because अभी अभी नया इनकम टैक्स आया, इनकम टैक्स एक्ट 2025, और उसमें सारे प्रोविजन सेम ही है 1961 वाले, सो देयर आर नो चांसेस.
As of now, the अच्छा एक बार where to declare NRI income in ITR form. There is no EI schedule. If not to declare, then how to prove our salary as exempt?
This I have already addressed in detail. There is no option from this year onwards to report your NRI income in ITR form. There were one other exempt income option which is removed from this year onwards, and legally also it is not required to report your selling income if your NRI days are completed.
Ma'am, as of now तो सारे ही डाउट क्लियर हो गए हैं, तो जस्ट लेट्स कंक्लूड दिस इवेंट. मैम
uh,
कोई एडवाइस वगैरह अगर आप कोई देना चाहते हो जाते जाते.
Advice I have already mentioned. As of now, do your ITR filing done well in time for financial year 25-26, and keep checking your communication detail, your address, email, and go through once your income tax profile, just to check that all the communication details are updated, and check the e-proceeding section, because department has started issue notices for financial year 24-25. Okay. And also one important thing, you might receive the notice even if you have not filed your ITR for financial year 24-25, because the queries from the department is not subject to your ITR filing. Okay. So just do your filing for financial year 25-26, and keep a check if any scrutiny notice is issued by the department. And so this is all for today's webinar. And Kush, thank you so much for organizing this webinar.
Thank you, ma'am. So today